Ghana nti na yenwene Ghana ema Ghana nye fefefe breka tiewa akai ama aban asesa wo sa aban betena mu whoever wins just aban ne sesa eso akufo ado aban ene be so Dr. Baumi aban ene be so President Mahama na aban etise ne etie bia no aban ne be sesa etise aban ne be sesa de aka kakra ne yakufo ado aban ewom no omome nhwe na yemfa nko na wieye ye fede say yempa bibia enye boko sa ene tie. All right, na say Osha election we ya based on information to no metimi akase ejina NDC ne NPP so na President Mahama ewo Kumasi ena Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ewo Kumasi ye baba ba ka ho asem ba sa bredie ye kwa ahoma no so ne ne Owura Clement Akolo the communications officer Parliamentary Network Africa ebetwetwe nkomo of Amoakwaba. Quickly tell us na say there now ye pana na ye saka no na
yo me da se bebre ese na ye saka no say na ye pe nchichemu ewo article 97.1 na authority owo anase the branch of government or authority say obey my constitution nchichemu no Supreme Court the national betuga nti no say ban so a constitution no say obeka wi na aye law until say be ye free ho until say be a obi da ko challenge until say obi will seek a review no and aye imra wo ho we have our own opinions said ye doing the law no but omuna ye dey imrana show mutaso mutini nti dombe kanu enu na yemra.
Okay, so now say ababa ye law to say ye nyina yenim no say Supreme Court kasa the Supreme Court be kan pe de okay eni nchechemu che say abaye law until say dabi obi beba kwa challenge sa de no na bi ebetimi agi afi o but obi an challenge ide we na abaye law. Now tell us article 97 clause GH1 clause G1 eba H no the interpretation here Supreme Court diaba no ya set bad precedent and na say refuse said the the na sa na na ekire na ne yenim and afen ya discover we have taken the cover off.
Yo me da se bebre chemu ya me de mai me book court enim ti na say bibisa but he na e opinion
yeah
you feel say idea etia you understand the independence of parliament and I feel so no I say we are setting a bad precedent because the the Supreme Court I can say you know say the speaker did not have authority only authority so they declare any seat vacant and secondly no so no say any MP and I say city MP dia declare who say or co as independent candidate or vice versa na kunya no eda so e wo homa no until the next election. It is normal and say what the constitution is talking about say an MP will vacate shall not will shall vacate his seat, you know. You see an say so we vacate you seat that then it means a future seat. A future seat. It is no seat now to city and there. But say we now to city and there and there and count. So which means say consequences now ebeba in the future and say NPB or COP Emirates. Now when we need primaries Otiniba eba be contested as independent candidate, and there will be no consequences for him for his seat in Otisono because future elections, and Kano. Now, when I do one can say, here any some discomfort about the political parties now, and they almost the discomfort beba because semi MP now me call primaries now me here anko yi amamia, the next thing I have to do is contest as independent candidate, and then either I win or I cause my political party candidate, to lose the seat. It automatically I may support the opposition. Either I'm supporting myself or supporting the opposition. Yeah, here the same political parties, go forward. But said the Mitipaka every beginning, Supreme Court and a day Nasem Ababetuja. Now, secondly, among the Parliament looks weak. Say, Parliament, any who can say Obama on one the number of the qualification of people who sit in the House. And in Sanyamano, I just saw one dinner for Parliament system. Speaker, any one dinner so meeting me, I never been. And as you see, a man, I say, and one year, as I said, Parliament, the Jumano, the Supreme Court, and I say, I could be the judiciary, and so you try to say, and idea about the independence of Parliament, and idea about you coming back could be among any separation of powers, and more because never do a honor now with the judiciary ever fata and answer the barahua and said that boasa my democracy and economy.
Now Kabi say a basa noa mefane se bia obi a member of parliament na bia ya to abade yi na okọ parliament na bia opese oswehye e basa no obetimi aka se ye betimi ayusu sa president we say ade aka kire parliament say okay me next parliament ni de bia me join party B me party A me join party B but me amusa wo wo hwe professor wayo say no mu de wo hwe honorable Andrew Asiama mo de no a difference wo ni say wayo say no mu de no sa time ni election year say ne election year kra no a an say na ye what time minim say sa de no wo ho a when you the middle of the year and we say 3 months to the election it is ni mienu no wo be explain ni say wo be tie ma tren say
Professor, why am I saying the Mudiano are different? Because on declare right and there say or cross a carpet. I know the constitution I can state once you cross carpet, I know the Wangasa would mean the consequences of it. You are losing your seat outright. But the Ama Wina Babaye Tony issue to say who are kind direct say me cross a carpet. But the fact is say what offer form say who contested on another ticket, I said me MPPC here. But Makofa form say I am going to contest the next election as MPP. Me NDC. I'm contesting the next election as MPP. What does it mean? I haven't changed I haven't crossed carpet. But in the future, let's say platform now in the future, I will not be on it. The principle of it now, I say, what or where I owe allegiance to right now, my allegiance have changed. Just that the meaning do it, but I do not mean no associate.
Anything na me person bisa say fane say yawo ebi at the next parliament na bia ya drew 2006 na se obi ka say okay me next parliament me pese me ya adwuma ma wa announce say me next parliament ebia me pese me ya adwuma edema party B Abraham or party A de make what I say te say de professor wayon say ni across the carpet nipa no de na no aka wode na no kae no ena no ye betimi agina so aka say wodo anu akanti no wodo anu akanti sa de te de a ene ye se de ye adwuma ne ye pamu free parliament
wodo anu kan so na you mean it and then no actual letter that come out o political parties and the only one you give yes ana the better move to parliament na by election and you say the by election bembem
it is on power non kan no pa say do anu aka but you are still with them what do anu aka o but still with them adentina no yentimi nyina so ne yanka say because of say do anu aka ntino SSC strike article 97G no G1 no na yedi take you off
no sir no say odo anu kan political parties no they also have the right to say make a case against you say you no longer owe allegiance to them because they provided you the platform for you to contest your elections it you know say odo anu kan say see there me person me dom say ku we dim now in the next election me dom ku fufura they can make a case against you they can make a case against you say see no only you don't owe allegiance to us anymore so we are taking this decision at this point to sack you from our party now say pamu party no so there and we so how the parliament any day no then that particular clause will kick in that when you on this interpretation of the article 97(1) of the constitution me sure say all kinds of opinions will come out sure some opinions are the member out about what we think about the ruling and what we think about and the independence of parliament going forward and how amount for who parliament is here for. We'll bring those things out. But for the meantime, once the Supreme Court has spoken, Ubia and challenge here, Ubia has not asked for any review. Yes, sir. The Speaker would voluntarily recall Parliament. Said the bear ombudsman ombudsman so because a mena akano isha. It is no more than time. Said the bear.
Supreme Court really no. Episode much say. Sa time na nipa declare no yentimi nya by election. Omo consider asade ne ka ho ana. Seven say be asade that in that information by no.
Constitution ankasa and ayensa say when it's 3 months to election there will be no by election.
That's it.
Because time is because by election it costs the state a lot of money. If 3 months to that election the constitution ankasa and declare say there will be no by election. If we don't have to consider it say the people in those constituencies will not have members of parliament and also representation because the constitution ankasa and ayensa so sesa de ni sia enye obi na ekumentwi wo and you be and I say me sankofo we enya representation within that 3 months a constitution ankasa na ankasa maybe every day to save ourselves a lot of because then we will go back to election. Why should we within this short period say BBC within that period why should we elect somebody? Within that period, say Obi, say also stand a platform on which
parliament now.
Then there are consequences. He should be ready to bear it. Say within that 3 months, you are not going to represent your people in parliament because your allegiance has changed. Principle are parliament in assistant. Sebia udi wadi bano na you were for let's say environmental issues you come higher politics but let me say principled politicians or political party NSU your principle say we are for environmental issues based on your reason or your principal as somebody who supports environmental issues. So if within that 3 months, I will file for your next election, what's the sawaji? And also, Sisiano, me impair environmental issues, me Sisiano, me pay, say, me joining, and I say, me advocate, me advocacy, Emma, if you are more, omutu, mining, Miss Anyamana. And so say your principle has changed.
It means that you
so
are
within that 3 months,
can we describe that as a default? You have defrauded your constituents, right?
Exactly. So that 3 months, then once you have changed your mind, to advocate for mining and all those things, people say, and also that affected the environment. If once you have changed your mind from advocating for environmental issues, and now you are saying, my future, I want to advocate for mining and those kind of things, it means that your principle has changed. It is your principle has changed. That 3 months now, the Parliament, you are going to advocate for things that will go against environmental protection. So within that 3 months, once you have changed your mind, say, I think it should affect your present stay in Parliament so that you don't cause us any particular issues. But
Mr. Akolo, what's the Emuda Hopa? Nama Yanshad you, sa 3 months na can say pa bia Emrano taking panel off from the Parliament. And sound quiet say. We are depriving on also no crop for representation and the August House. The American watch say so instead of say bia. So
anything American say the Constitution Ankasa.
So and I come about
the Constitution Ankasa and the
So in this case, can we say they say the we have a constitutional crisis? No, can we accept this because per the ruling of the Supreme Court, and the work who said there's a big challenge there. So can we conclude say we have a constitutional crisis?
I beg to differ. Me sure say it's a constitutional crisis. So you see, the person and explain, explain.
That Mr. Akole, what be ya dwumuti na me person obusa asase musi no. Shesa me ba Parliament. Me ba no me de party A na buy. But yes se me ba na se me be ka say party A na me ye adwuma mom no. Se me switch ko party no a party B abra party A na de me buy no a. Ese se declare me seat ni vacant. The near sakoto so aba e by election. But the same constitution is say second 3 months am ya kwa akoto aba. Say you need the yen to be nkoye sa by election. The American watch I say though the political parties they have their own constitution bet me are taking me off but the constitution is the mother law of the country. So eba say no a meme no 3 months the constitution say and the me nkoye by election. See nkoye by election there edienti na yentimi nkase okay maybe decision am taking for the future. Nemom say metna ho no ma ayi esese metna ho. Se metna ho so a me so me nkofo a omunti no me kwaka asem di chi o me se meye environmental ye fa say advocate na me ba na masese madwene no me so me disappoint o mo enu ti na bi a constitution di shemu say sa na tie de a ene wontimi fa party B mana nkwaye party e adwuma etesi e declare the vacant eti abase no a na ye ne dey because esese metna ho so a me disappoint me nkofo the American what I say and I say me consider the next me you take me off from Parliament so a time no me call for the last 3 months no ye representation it ye take a crucial your decision be and I say bill be na say obu hia madwenchira na say e bia me constituency there's no representation. So in this case can't we say there's a constitutional crisis? The
word now they took to know I want to avoid.
Oh, okay, all right.
But opinion now, we share and I said the discourse that we are having. I think we are on the same wavelength. Because I say different strokes for different folks. On one part, say who can before the 3 months now, and I say who take the decision before the 3 months now. They call it crossing carpet. And there you are crossing carpet. I say between your party A na me call party B, and the minya so on there meeting parliament. We have to declare your seat vacant, and then there will be a by-election. But we know, you say ukofa former, the political form. I think we have to extend the explanation to the fact that picking a political form and stating on it, it's a statement on its own.
Yeah.
Because if you pick a a form to contest an election, now on that form you declare, say I want to do this, that, which was different from your current position. I think it should be explained as declaring your position for another way, but the interpretation of the say your declaration at this point in time is for a future parliament. A future parliament. That is where it is very tricky. The earlier question now will be say, so if they start 2025 and from maybe first year as MP, second year as MP, now for you said the name call me political party it is the next election I will go as another political party. In that case can Article 97(1) kick in to drive me out? That is a very important question with this.
Yeah.
Say in the next election, we see 2028, may call for election now. That's the not call for another political party. You say this is NPP. But if you say the Nyame call me party 2028, may call for another political party. At that point in time, you can say your allegiance has changed. Because at that point in time, the political party no my own
they'll quickly write to the speaker.
They'll quickly write to the speaker to expel you. They will quote relevant portions of their constitution to expel you. If you are in parliament now can say what if you are for gramophone and can say I am changing my political party for everybody to hear.
But what picking nomination forms? What filing
nomination forms?
What filing?
After saying the I think say and say we disagree with the opinion of the ruling of the Supreme Court, but it's just an opinion. We disagree. But for now, once it's a ruling, it's a ruling. So we just have to take it and work with it until we seek a review of it.
All right, Mr. Akole, you better ask na ebres semunos bibe fufuo bi asaba na ye be sabo aso na wasam be search a comprehensive your friend is elucidation. Thank you very much. That was Mr. Clement Akole, the communications officer, Parliamentary Network Africa, and I'm what you see in the Churchill Como at the far Parliament that Supreme Court ruling at the Aba Abonteno and Yebeko Ashanti region. So na President Mahama to say the Bidika Kaino, ex-President Mahama, our Ashanti region. Now what promises Oba Obeshe the National Theatre Act na wa build the second National Theatre our Ashanti region. Okay, also and now Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and so Ashanti region. Also a promises say Oba make sure say obedi program say beba to say ebenya responsible mining to create wealth our Ashanti region. And also in the shortest time ye be pursue ahoma na akwa campaign mienu na no send the ACC Ekofa. Okay, that send the ACC Ekofa ba to say that na promise mo say ye be set mu biem ewo ase ye friend say Asante Achem North enre honorable DC no edin komo e the for the leaked audio about Bonte and Kofi say eyo no na okan no ensem bia obi kan se bi opeso reggae election no e wa Asante Achim North na pano na ba Honorable Daniel Akwasi Kwasi Ashaman former MP Buem NDC aba betrasi Honorable Memo Akwaba
yeah open it say
nyakopa da roma bia boko that's yeah yeah share ni mu se unua our Mohammed also a member communication directorate at the national a new patriotic party and say ebeba now Honorable Kache is a campaign Buem are you supporting your PC
very well
what was the
Kofi
last
Adams.
time yeah Kofi Adams so what was the last time I want to know so I don't know be you or me boy
last week Tuesday this week Tuesday na 8 days yes ewo Jessica mama ba ho obini no kasa be friend so say akrobefa
Mama say
I don't have any problem with him.
Oh, I see.
No. It is not him. You are leading people. Nipa ne tuaba. So onu nko ana bato de ndi aba no se bepa.
Yes.
Onu tubako na miso matubako.
Yes.
Onu atuama ne ho miso matuama me ho.
Yes.
Se aba no apai.
Yes.
But nipa dodo a omo pe ne obedi omo anim no.
Oh, Honorable.
Enu na self respect no.
I say we say members of parliament na everything to say the junior. And court cases now because there are some people I think that they are becoming opportunistic diners.
Oh yes.
And most of them they are self-centered. How can say say be our own party?
Yeah.
Oh, call primaries. Oh, call party no aye kokwasa register ya ye de tia. Oh, call independent. I don't have any problem.
Yeah.
If your party ni electoral commission during the election when we say kokwasa bia bam ebuagu so oh come a year independent I don't have any problem but whereby you did not complain wow we say and number the ekono one complaining na se yakoto abanu we na lusu primaries o si obi beta obi achi that's obi ta obi achi me ta obi achi say me call independent sometimes I don't get it
no we are Christiania we say Yesu Christo watching we are suffering and say open nipa 12 na baako na yinama
yes very deep
yes in this we are politician the truth of the matter is that I will love you, I will do everything, but I will not trust anybody except my God.
Wow, yes.
Because human being can betray you.
Yes.
So we need to you know that betrayal is there, and it could occur at any time. But in the case of leadership, you are looking at say, say for the 8 years, my constituents, I say,
yeah.
My end they made to me be at the end of the day, no, almost okay, nipa from Sumbra. Why should I be annoyed?
That's all. That's all.
Why should I be annoyed?
That's all.
It is when my performance is compared to the past and the present, and when I be say, "Where papa now? Where papa?"
Yeah.
But that time, say na Yesu kan na time na twem. By the ni nyina manyame. And there's no problem. I don't have any problem.
You beka a parliamentary Supreme Court really now but many of tell me. The last two elections 2016 and a 2020 election. Voter region. NDC vote reduced by 6%. I'm a NPP call 5.9%. You understand? I'm increasing to 5.9%. Now NPP based on this information, NPP free say they can get 300,000 in the voter region. Voter ne utidie boom, so you may know what is happening in the voter region. Do you think say that is feasible? Bibi the CMA omunya asade this time around it is not possible.
Yeah, in the 2016, it's something like voter apathy.
Yes.
Because a man for complaining, namunye say. Do you get me right?
Yes.
So a new party came to power. And because of the voter apathy, a man for complaining about the NDC, some went to MPP. Now, in the first time of the MPP, okay, they brought some largesse, but if you realize, vote no crack they say they have the opportunity to assess MPP for 8 years. Until you can mark it on your table. the MPP vote will go down this time around again.
I see.
Because the world is undulating up and down.
Yes.
And things that made the world to be undulating are the environmental effects and our impacts are. Yes. Uwo jide ewo wasasi su. Say afiwe mi do aminim se menya say. Udin ya mano she forma, mano she forma.
Okay.
At the end of the day, no harvest no amba.
Yes.
Until besisa.
Yeah.
So that is how it
all
is.
right, Honorable Daniel Kwesi Ashaman, a former member of Parliament, and the National Democratic Congress. In the shortest time, Yebenya Awa Mohammed, member, National Communications Team, and New Patriotic Party. Honorable. Now, let's start the journey.
Yeah.
The Supreme Court, this is what we're expecting, and as I say, you see, it thinks you are set a bad precedent.
Oh. Open me pacha udi na me bo.
You're from Nana Frimpong Ziega.
Nana Frimpong
Ziega, yeah.
Ziega. Nyao mini say friendra me sha say kasa efasa asem no. Me see Supreme Court there waye na djuma wie. Do you get it right?
Yeah.
Supreme Court there ni say me te ho fa sembra na me ndi ma o. Enye sa?
Ani.
Na parliament susu no ne enti asem no abeyesa ni say parliament susu no na onu susu as an arm of government no. Constitution no ama no kwan bia esese onfa so enfandi ni juma na Supreme Court so wo kwan a esese onfa so onfandi ni juma nti se nia eba ye ni se mantimi ho asibia ba because of the constitutional backings what these two institutions nti uko parliament when we look at constitution the aspect of constitution eka say obi every ni die we man party mo call the other one no the vacant that creates the vacancy of the seat. Then you take the 97 1GH ukan hwa obehu. Then you go to article 116 that talks about the immunity of the members of parliament. Then you go to article 99 the jurisdiction and as assembly si wo parliament baby esese wo fa asem no enfanko first. Do you get it right? Inti sa nyama no say ansiso a now say people will be talking because the constitution eka say oh say assembly si wo parliament upemu nkyerechiremu wo court afako high court. Do you get it right?
Yeah.
Honorable Afenuma Kinde the Supreme Court
Direct.
Inti Mrs. maybe say why should the constitution says that you should send it to the high court udiko. You see onosusu na dream no or say oh, you're right. Mrs. this is what the constitution says. Constitution no ambo Supreme Court din. Inti at the end of the day no Supreme Court din asem no abewe but we are waiting for the judgment to read the reasoning etai trentina senkandra almost in there by evening time omudi beba but actually I've not gotten it. But the problem we have at hands right now is say according to say akodabia ordinary papa edi akwa himfie ye kwa himfie no ya di asem no ya buni papa for ba akoda no esese nsambre fie ni papa si ye be fan mfanto asundwe beba. Those are when you are free legality to common sense. If you nyansa intinu as much as akoda no say I am right no inti metumi aye niemi hu say it is legally right no you are coming back to the house that your father has built. In this case you are coming back as a majority leader in the floor of the house where the speaker have to rule. Do you get me right?
So are you saying that the now that Supreme Court akasano say the NPP parliamentary caucus omobana say ombe occupy the majority side now a speaker will tell them that that's not right. That's what we are saying.
No, and as I say among 40 parliament as I say assembly si ewo parliament fanu se uti akunja we so na asem no sia se uba betina ha se ansana ubesa akwa ha no se utina bebia wo si enye ansana speaker no abu say there say
because of the Supreme Court
that is how Parliament operates.
Oh, okay. So as a member of Parliament, you are telling us that now that Supreme Court did really nabano.
Yes.
The NPP parliamentary caucus. No?
Yeah.
So I'm called parliamentary.
Yeah.
And so I'm occupy the minority side.
Yes.
So
now speaker your declaration.
Speaker your declaration and son
yes.
Okay. No, you speaking as a
you have
member,
never been
former
to
member.
Oh. Please.
He's speaking as a former member of Parliament. So let's see. So what?
And then secondly.
So what is the order? Order say and I say.
Oh, order no they mean to me, but that has been the practice. I can't just get the order straight forward. Okay. But then be as it may. I will agree with the former Supreme Court judge Atuguba. Speaker has started complying from the word go, and he will continue to comply.
Yeah.
Whether they sit or they don't sit, I know he will comply. They should go to the House and do the job. Even look, what makes a majority or minority in Parliament is the numbers that the political parties brought. It is not the Speaker who directs that.
Yeah.
Not at all. In this way, to me, I know why Juma ye. Say, 94% will say, 138 minus 3 is equals to 138. That is the mathematical hiccup they have. 138 minus 38 minus 3 it should be 135. And Obizukita 137 minus 1 it should be equal to what? 136.
Yeah.
That is the common sense. But court now can ask them, do you get me right?
Yeah.
Because today, baby, I ate her. Ube to be a guy say, Baumia, Echo Morrison, constituency, Obe to be a command in South say, Mungambe Manu, and I'm voting Manu. He cannot do that because MPP has a candidate there. MPP has a candidate in that constituency.
And they say it's a future election. It's a future government.
And then getting to 2025, getting into 9th parliament is not an event, it's a process. And nothing like Jachikwe and Semu court and I say by election.
Yeah.
And then MPP for Anga Okruma. Almost when you pick from Noah, a chesa watch dream. Is that not it? MPP for Jina, Kasa locking in this country. In that is hypocrisy. So if you want to be a member of Parliament in the 9th Parliament, you pick a form. There are rules and regulations on that form. Either you belong to a political party or become an independent. And now find independent there. Once you are coming from a political party, what does that tell you? This is common sense. I say I don't begrudge the Supreme Court, but the common sense must work. MPP should not force anything down our throat. That is what it means.
So honorable, that's very comprehensive. But you see, na mene honorable Clement Akole Kasano. Na me bisa no question. Be say now that you say the law says that say who declare say party ne do buy no, obane say obey the opposite side. The party has the constitution and the mother constitution itself as we take you off. You understand? But 3 months to the election, we cannot do by election. So if you take the person offer, it means that you are also depriving or no constituent, a representation in Parliament. So in this case, what do we do? Because we cannot do by election.
This is a pick and choose decision as to how you like it. Ukokota, a very astute lawyer, he argues using the precedence. True or false?
So what is the precedence?
The precedence is when Michael Kwe sacked a Siama. Have we conducted any by-election? In Ashanti region? Formena, have we conducted any by-election?
We did not, yeah.
Didn't they sack him?
Yeah,
the party sacked him.
Yeah.
They declared the seat vacant. Why are MPP people becoming so hypocrite?
And they are saying that
now, if you are talking about not serving the constituent, what about the South people who for 4 years they don't have MP?
Yeah.
You see, we must be consistent with whatever we say. They say no, according to MPP before there, that is hypocrisy. That is hypocrisy. In the constituency, any sir, lolobi akpafu, omuni ho, nipa ni ho. Even it is a real constitutional violation under the human rights lawyer who is the president. Because the constitution says that every part of this country should have a representative.
Yeah.
And they didn't mind. These people didn't mind. Look at them arguing today. Listen to that. They should go by what has happened. The president. Because I was in the chamber, the Michael Kwe Epamu Esiama. I was there.
Okay.
That is the problem that and then look at this one too. They are giving some arrogance power to the MPs. We should watch it. Oh, let me tell you. Oh, they say over to me, I can say, Mimpewe, Namakowe, Mimpewe, Namakowe.
Okay.
Do you know what can happen when it comes to like budget approval? And Obia decided to say, friend, minister,
okay. Honorable Daniel Sherman Akwasi, and I'm what to say, ordinary to the Supreme Court. We are still in the Supreme Court. Our Mohammed, our Professor Michael Quay, the ruling nearby.
Yes.
Honorable Achumadre, the ABCB. So, according to the new Patriotic Party, John Boadu wrote to Professor Michael Quay and say, Osumesi Obeko independent, to more drawn attention. And Michael Quay also wrote to former MP, said, this is what we have heard. So it goes contrary to the article 97 1G. Okay. Then Papana responded and no striking Michael Quay to took that man off. Okay. Etienne say, Adentina, Yenim say, sad time no, yet me inquire by election. But Professor Michael Quay, I only legally, etimitina se MEG, honorable your friend say, and Brazil free parliament. A brass at time no, yet me inquire by election. So that few months now I can we deprived people of from now a representation.
Yeah.
So as compared to this one.
Okay. So mami nchia ya TF4 na menka se medasepa for this opportunity. Na minua bi ye freno Nana Kwame Berima na ne maame or Adishia Market. Ye freno Mrs. Ama Obiamankwa na omose otatie Kessben.
Oh, I see. Your friend is a
Mrs. Ama Obiamankwa. Na Dudu a friend of Playman. But o adishie
Obani friend
Playman. O say ene na woda inti o sheno a happy.
Mo fa the photo family.
Okay.
Me
for the ama. Yes. Me for the ama.
All right. So
minua ba konso a friend Solomon Iwal. No a police officer. Ono Dr. Baumia enama advanced team the first car on the team na ya okasa echere sene convoy no was a co speed and also celebrate birthday to
mama form photos you best celebrate
yes
so Jamaica
yo me that's mama nyentete ho kakra because I no so kra na matra kra me ba ho Baako ene say
hold on
yes
ya dia tuma sumi say okum kom ye wakum Ghana foni na kom Justin Kofi Frimpong General Secretary
yes
at the new Patriotic Party
yes.
And then now that
yes
and they best celebrating the power it's one of the best
yeah
you
anti medase my way
from that
from na Debbie enya from na kra me start free
come here to hold
okay so I can be started drew I made drew
okay go ahead
because it's I know your precedence
yeah.
So where the topic in order mind say you discuss
go ahead.
Yes okay so the make can say enya no kre that say or dispute about a seater oko high court article 99(1) of the constitution say high court unkwana betimi declare a seat vacant inti speaker etna ho ekenka article 97(1) or kenkan no was say ono nti ase ne say what declare a seat in vacant and afenyo marking score court for interpretation of article 97(1) he didn't go for reversal of a declaration. There's a difference. Afenyo markings echo court to say interpretation as speaker of article 97(1) no ɛyɛ wrong
which the high court need to mean yasade no
Debbie
it is say ko supreme
ɛnyɛ high court kora high court no adwuma high court ɛyɛ ne sɛ seat no say there is a dispute on a seat high court nko na betimi declare a seat vacant on a betimi apam obi free court free parliament into the speaker here no or say ono original article 97.1 ena wodi kan say sa nipa 4 yi because speaker crowd here press conference or say or announcement one declare seats in vacant uti in press conference okay so or announcement one declare the seats vacant na ye den na honorable epachere me say ye kwa ye nkotena minority. What has changed then? And you make us say he's wrong. So catch me say ye kwa ye nkotena minority he's wrong because the status quo ni say MPP for the majority, NDC for a minority. And the speaker one cassette wa declare seat be vacant was obey announcement. Why announcement in NDC construe the announcement to mean say o mama majority.
What is the different announcement? What's the difference between announcement and declaration?
Our
parliament.
And me say he's even
what,
contradicting himself.
What was the announcement? Announcement no say.
What say? Sa nipa your friend say maako foyi ato forcing aka kire no. Uhwe the okan or parliament. Ato forcing aka kire ne say wa draw an attention say nipa 4 bi akọ every the party na ide omo bae no enti sa omo your friend say omo tina parliament anye yi sa no kan but oya lawyer ni a ono so pese o dodge because onim say the only place obi betimi declare seat be vacant air high court article 99.1 and you say be a subsidiary legislation just in the constitution as young fans were declare vacant or declare no the first thing afenyo makin square in so called supreme court say supreme court backben atna akonyamu kan say seat in the year maako miensa na vacant.
That's a state of execution. So I'm filing state of execution before
the first one they say or call for interpretation. Second, and I can say one file state of execution. Because NDC first started a move wakotena yadabre into any yamma sa your friend saying the speaker kan yana enu nti omugina hoko gina majority no yemma your friend say speaker asem na okan no engineer ba bia egina popim say mo be ka asem na wi sana si sisi aka asem na wi ya kan wie ye no bibia ansesa nti me kotena majority na ya declaration baby why declaration the supremacy of the constitution no the supreme court for no omo say the speaker kan ye no e famra kwan so the speaker kan ye no otieti amra no so because you don't interpret the laws you make laws and until na the your friends say checks and balances ewo enyina na ejitu mu say the supremacy of the constitution u shamra ni wia se court no kraka say emrai ye de adwuma enye ya ye de me fanya adwuma and that's what happens in this country sana emra pono ekere it is sanity yanko fa presidents yan fa say presidents na e wronga ene ruling about obi ani ho de court o but we share Ghana constitution na article 97 na kire say party no betima track or draw nipa is in the constitution party betima track say nipa na ye de ne baaye no ye hia no is in the constitution article 97 ewum say party no say ye na de ne baaye but ya withdraw no titimi ti ni free parliament ba ne ye that is one. Two is that ono akasa ma resign it is etimi anase friends say wawu eno no wu a speaker betima be gina ka say nipa no ya ka kire me say wawu nti enye by election speaker betima ka say what your friends say waye me boa wa resign yenye de sie e wo talency wa resign ko di ohene until speaker declare we ne ko by election again they see what your friends saying baby
central
your friends Tamale Central on so cross carpet why you saying on so cross carpet I can say they were free but say dispute bamwa say chinwa she will be bamwa also call high court na court nature say nipa no he's validly elected and so onye validly elected that is it sinti sa president and say MPP na trokoma speaker Michael Kwe say nipa na yen de ne buy no ya withdraw na free party no constitution nso e capture say udru party no say we free ni party no na party no chro command say ye yi na dia e go say efa but no kura no judges no lawyers ni bi say the speaker here no including attorney general said the Michael Kwe e na wrong. But you see, in this country, say Ushem Rebikra na wrong until say Obi Beko court for interpretation of the law. No, they will say Jina baby Jina. Okay, say first no. O hene frewa, ukrum hene frewa, na wankwa. Eduko court. Eduko court.
Ample for an attorney general.
Yes, eduko quarter. Eduko quarter. Utimi ko remand 1 week. Ebikra 2 weeks.
And they say and they see a striking.
Abrantie bi ewo kumawu. Your friend no o se wonko ye de no call ye no o Supreme Court for interpretation e no be ye mra first no krom ha se ye chiwa your cases bi a ma bill we your friend say e use court Martin Pebu court say case bi a ye bailable you know so happened
the chieftaincy act 63
exactly
9 63 9
that want to happen
and
that want to happen so the TN say NDC Omo epese omo make Ghana ungovernable.
Oh.
The TN say yen yankasa ye yi omadi o. Yen yi omadi in free party no. Omo so nkasa omo resign. Haruna Idris no ko gina baabi. E ko gina tamale. Ese ye be majority. Me say NDC for we na omo mese no. Eno ntara me so omo nko parliament bi omo no. The ete omo so omo nko parliament bi omo ni say omo campaign atonsuom. Eti omo hu botokra na omo de crash him. Eti omo nim say the only thing omo betimi aye ne say omo be hold on to the noise. Na omo ka say there omo your majority. Omo your majority no omo start the your friend say no omo bi akọ parliament say as majority omo speaker. Omo speaker. Na speaker ya approve. No man asay within the next 1 week and I said 2 weeks 3 weeks no man say into man say ya na Ghana for gina so atuati ai na tuguba meeting me ope your friend a council of state member just as tuguba the ope no obi a ono no oye lawyer ni abeye judge for about 4 years they are appointed no as Supreme Court. Also, you have a problem with that because why a parliamentary candidate for MPP who are Tuguba? You have never been a judge. Only a judge that from lawyer and Rollins appointed you to Supreme Court. Atuguba now no can say Obia be a parliamentary candidate.
Justice Atuguba, please don't.
Okay, so Justice Atuguba. Honorable say onini ya no. Onu say Obi your friend saying judge why MPP parliamentary candidate who it ya appointed no
meba honorable Ashama so for but
mami we ya appointed no who no now we are you now we are lawyer keke and Rollins appointed you to Supreme Court we the why judge krada again okay I say tokono just speaker lawyer
Justice Tokono, Chief Justice
speaker lawyer and the study sorry eko jina hoko kan say judge no bon person obetna akonya no mesan say oyewe Justice Tokono ka kire ne say Gabriel Pamwan no a general secretary for PNC that time no a general secretary no kasama NDC Mahama appointed him to Supreme Court. No general secretary for PNC. But Mahama appointed him to Supreme Court. Justice Bodi. This ruling no eba ya o can say ma me wumba parliamentar. You call overturn it time you win elections no. No a former NDC MP for Memphis Central. MP. No a MP sitting MP. Wako contest elections with MP people winning. Abeye MP for 8 years. But they appointed no a judge. The most important thing is that your appointment should not cloud your judgment. We are judging here. Say why a political party eda na ene osi wonya. Say what the ruling neba na ruling no a politically inclined it may overturn it.
Okay.
That's the good thing about Ghana. And say it may appeal. Efroa ko Supreme Court. Supreme Court any appeal court eja atu forcing no. Sa court necessary
ruling ya. Honorable Metwa Mamuda ruling ya.
Yes.
Just imagine Madam Mamle Morrison.
Yes.
Sisi e kokoto aba. Let's say Mamle Morrison be the kasem keke o winia.
What to be winning there but
say parliament ngui. You parliament.
Yes.
And the parliament ye be good parliament on the 6th of January 2025.
Yes.
So after the election on the 7th, you know, next in the Nimre and also on the 8th, Mamle you declare as a winner. But the kasem keke.
Yes.
Next say you good parliament. Say parliament that's what you do.
Yes.
It will call parliament or addressing who say.
Addressing MP for Aguna West because that
who has won election for next
who has won elections don't even go to parliament again until after 7th of January. And who has won elections
honorable Ashama minimum they make what say
there be
the
law
is there but the
common sense it's
also part of
say common sense you are electing Mamle Morrison for 4 years to represent the good people of Aguna West and she is at post until 6th of January.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying what can I say? You are two about 4 years.
Yes.
So we in 4 years.
Yes.
But maybe say in the common sense, Nipano for example, because of say a hunch parliament.
Yes.
Honorable Ashaman, a new patriotic party.
Yes.
And now I say, me next, my court take forms, my file the ama NDC. Just my make a my file may call for NDC take it in the next.
And no party be
because the MPP is doing this because of the Hajj Parliament.
David, me say, okay, be hinedi. Awo, nipa miensa no, ye no omu kasa o.
Nipa tie me.
Me say nipa miensa no, ye no omu kasa.
Next topic, me say. Fanese o ye NPP ni.
Yes.
And was the next Parliament no, mako file se me ko NDC sa.
Yes.
And ya ko to aba. Oko enu wako wini ampa.
Yes.
But because he had 4 years to serve the constituency.
He has another parliament. 2 months.
Another 2 months.
1 month.
To sit,
just 1 month.
1 month to sit in the parliament.
Yes.
It's a basanes obia. Or no, because of Hajj Parliament to so we want to use him to hold on to the majority. So a basano, you are calling election. Parliament, you recall a parliament. Or by and because of that, where your NDC says where your NDC because or don't take it a Kowini. No asaba NPP form and I make sure we say the laws are there but the common sense
common sense say no political party in this country will allow someone who will cross carpet to other political party even contest elections.
Move to the next topic.
Let me also come.
Okay, now honorable just next.
You see, waiting a constitution what in the MPP for they don't want to use constitution. They don't go by constitution. They go by their thinking.
Yeah.
Because when you look at the constitution, this is what Article 97(1)(gh) is to cure.
Go to say, please.
Just a minute.
Okay. And that is what. And that is
his book first.
But no, but you are spoken on this matter. They should give out the time to you.
The code is saying
people don't want to go back
if you intend going.
That is the case. Then let's move to the next
topic. The first one was my contempt.
Yes. Say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was Ashanti region, and President Mahama was Ashanti region. You know, we say Greater Accra is the battlefield, but this election, I'm saying that Ashanti region will decide who becomes the next president. First, Panake Greater Accra, but you are two about twice. NPP winning Greater Accra, but they lost the Greater Accra, but they won this round. That's the 2008 and 2020. So Ashanti region a battlefield because of the percentage both the political parties in the person onya. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say oba or assure mining to create wealth or Ashanti region, and President Mahama so oba Obama Ashanti region for a national theatre, which may for me a idea Kumasi for here pa honorable. In the next 10 minutes.
Yo, me that was 10 minutes. Me that was it. May you sue me time 3 minutes on something else.
No problem.
nia ewo mini say MPP for unhuomwa they don't go by the law. Now ebamusen na the members of parliament etumika say no yeah as a harness say yentina. Is it not the figures they use? They use the figures. And no MPP for no they are bereft with mathematics. Or they want all us to believe say 138 minus 3 is equals to 138. And the members of parliament there, they know what pertains in the house. They have the oversight responsibility of the parliament itself and all the state institutions. It is on who say who ko pick form ewo EC afili say we are independent. A member of parliament knows say nya we no and susan so. Now the MPP people should bring what Bagbin did, Speaker Bagbin did, and they are saying that he has interpreted the law. He just read Article 97(1)GH, and it is self-explanatory. Intinube say, "Afenima kisori enu, ena you interpret the law. Law bena Bagbin interpret here. They should bring what Bagbin says, and they are saying that he has interpreted the law. The thing is clear. The same thing Michael Kwe used. These people are hypocrites. MPP people who are supporting this idea, not all of them, are hypocrites. Do you get it right? So now let us go to Ashanti region. You know, Semahama Kasema Oyo. O Kasema Oyo. Kejetia. Yanwa Santimai. Kejetia neoho. Wasi. Enye political thinking or the rule ye. Or the Ghana idea say Ghana nye ye. Enu no di rule ye. Was starting KJTA phase 2. And Sana Okoye. Now, Omubaye for 8 good years have they finished?
Now took massive.
Oh, you have your time.
Have they finished? Go to Ridge Hospital here, Kofi. No see phase 1 see. The second phase say ayeti hanu. 8 good years MPP for and see phase 2. Omudi ye car park, staff car park say uko chensin da hun. Staff car park. 8 good years. The Minister of Health then 81 million so koton do eshenataso. Na sa 81 million kra senka wan fan to do kra senka o tumi be dia AC phase 2. So therefore, Semahama kachre the creative arts for say Oba obesity theater. It is true. He will do it. So I want the people to believe him. Why be that? Afari Hospital. On start here, baby, odi kodru yenu. In there, you be no man for ye juma ho. What is left? Even the regional minister was weeping over this. Say akaka krana nka we 8 good years o mentumi awie. Ghana for NDC aban. Opese ombra. Na wa ye. Echese wo ye a na Ghana ye. Enu na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama e wa santiman e ka kiremo. Monhwe promises a MPP for amamu bebre nana do kwa tumi ka kire otikoko so say oh nana wankasa wo hwe say mi ba konja so no ma Ashanti region basa 9 times. Now what is the impact? Political impact. Meanwhile ya bobusia inde ya busia nam 763 billion ube fan 120 and I went to me anya santima ye otikoko so ye lala so lala say okwa ko rehabilitate gene ni sa party no ni candidate na asa ba o sadi anmode dada o sadi ba o mi ba money area no. What are the policies you have stated? Or say oboba be ye no yie gold catcher musimu ye community mine no ekwe wiase no nsuo ni nyina da ni poto. That is what it is. Misra wa nanado amamu tantan no enwa na osade ahoma no asoba omia asese wo de sako na wo kọ wo hwa ye twa ahoma no ana ba omia aba won say wakọ akoyi na mo nso the net. So ye pa asantima chow mutie ne mahama ekakremo obeye ekere se ni didi aye biafo enye ankobia se mankontima nye onu no waye bida obeye amamu nanado am promise creative arts for theater ewo Eastern region Ye, etiefo. Nanado a promise you one see. Nanado a promise creative art for theater or East region. One see. Say about me as a promise was santimai. Hey, musi obanyasa for. Ye bunube, yen kanasem. Inti misre Ghana for. Muntie NDC no. Ye ba na ye be yo ejumanu ediamamu. All the floating voters men kase tuaba tia nanado no chese ne mo Sunday na mi free Kumasi.
Oh, I see.
Media wo papa. Asante the garden city. Ufa ha bola ni. Ufa ha futuro ni.
Areas the best.
Oh. Ufri Edino, I don't know the names. Ebemanshia, one side of it. Ufia acquired to say yes.
And then futuro.
Missy Bola. Bola jina ho. Bola ufa hwa. You are entering to this hotel hotel area baby AFL Kumasi kra.
Na nakachele se menshia Bola ni ho.
Golden tulip area.
Menshia so golden tulip.
No, that big. Say that, look, the yard is big. Is menshia yard not big?
No.
It is
not close.
The yard, please.
It is not close to.
Don't stop golden tulip.
Close to
Please. Na Shantiman fresh Bola
golden tulip.
Missy ukohwa. Say you frakra. Na ediko. Inti yanu ejuma ya ma Santiman no.
Okay.
Yes ababe. Ye isikeje tianu omusi ye betu galamse. Wahu. Abro kasankwa.
All right. Honorable Ashaman. Daniel Kwesi Ashaman yadasi. Na Mr. Wakasa wunia. Yasuma no. Owo Azerbaijan. Na yes. Okay, honorable to aso de to aso.
Oh, that be my main tiazo.
Okay.
Ghana. Indra no me continue. Indra man penyi ka asem bi na asem we me ka chro to ho. O see tie ye di $800 million no e di duan ya 50 million. $800 million equal 1 billion ye di duan ya 50 million. Now who say na nado abaisi adi abro divide it and see.
Okay. All right, thank you very much, honorable Nyakupo Shirapana. Quickly, ye ko Azerbaijan na ye COP 29 global UN global if they say program ye no hodom no honorable besewa ye wo Kwame Apia Kubi e wa homa no so Kwame momo ache. Yeah, Kwame. Yeah, Kwame mwachi o. Hello, Kwame. Yes, Kwame ababa time. Emi say enoma ntu to me ye de beba sisi a UN climate change conference ekoso ewa Azerbaijan ya suma ya nkasa yenua Kwame Apia Kubi Mr Speaker ewo ho enra ene ye day 1 ene ye day 2 entine obobo the tofa dia mai what is happening e ne yaka UN Secretary General enra small kan ene ndi asem na waka Ghana pavilion so no nipe wo mu no ensem be na omo kan ene enti ye hwese be se nya Kwame bi ma Kwame. Okay. Kwame Nyama enti no awo okay. So
me ya say honorable no sorry efri ha. Wo see yen famra nya dwuma